well-deserved seat on the bench. A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Tucker now for the extra point. Well, PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. It got his man complete. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 96 yards. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back. Now Myers for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 43 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. Powers through. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, zero. Mark 38. Mark 38. I'm coming for you, son. Go down. 4 down. Come on. 38. Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Single slot. Check three. Front left. Set a tone. 12. Mark 38. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be good.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mark 38. You ain't got nothing. Took right. Got it. 38. I'm scared. 38's the mic. Here we go. Mark 38.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got Lockett. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Look left. 38. Mike 38. Hey, alert. Hey, here we go. Mike 38. Go. It's a party now.
On 1st down, Wilson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Got double tight. Hey, we got 3 down. Hey, alert.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Good, 4 down. Mark 38.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike 38.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Armin. Watch the screen. Check.
Wilson to throw on third down. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Check 37. 38 to Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Run left, run left. He's coming to you. Check 50, check 50. Check 31, check 31.
Now Wilson throwing on third and long. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Stepping up, he'll try and Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 4th down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say? Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up, taking it right down Broadway. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will shave one more off this lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself, and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight down. There you go. Silence. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And his pass incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.